Hi, Tara here, and today's topic we are going to discuss how to curb hunger cravings. So there are several ways to be able to do this. One would be to make sure that you ask yourself the question, what did I eat today? And did I get enough nutrition? Because that's going to be key right there. And if you have not, your body is probably craving healthy food groups, good fruits, vegetables, complex carbs, lean meat options, maybe even dairy in some cases, or a substitute for dairy, which can be dark green leafy vegetables. You can get your calcium through broccoli is another really good one. So those are just a couple of ideas. So making sure you have adequate nutritional calories, proper supplementation, increasing your fiber can help because sometimes we don't get enough fiber, and making sure that you stay really hydrated. Getting exercise, believe it or not, can get the metabolism going, and even though you're burning calories, it can also curb the desire to want to eat in some cases. If you still feel hungry, increasing your water intake, even if you're hydrated, will really help, or even at nighttime, maybe doing an herbal tea. Just be sure to cut it off by that 7 to 8 o'clock time slot so that you're still getting the proper sleep, at least that good 7 to 8 hours, because that will help reduce the stress, because often we eat in response to stress. So if we want to reduce the stress and the likelihood of eating, getting sleep will be incredibly important. Learn a new skill set, do something you enjoy, do some self-care for you, especially if you're somebody that likes to lock and load that plate and you always find yourself having lots of responsibilities to do. Setting those responsibilities aside sometimes, knowing where to set the parameters and the boundaries, and even your own personal to-do checklist. Yes, I said it. I know for a fact there are people that are watching this that they like their to-do list, but sometimes maybe taking those first 2 to 3 things that you have on the list, accomplishing those if you have time to do them, maybe doing 1 or 2 more on the list, but knowing how to cut it off so that you have a proper work, sleep, and life balance with your family, with a loved one, with your fur baby, with friends, whatever your support is, and also allowing time for you personally, whether that's to journal, whether that's to take a hot soak, maybe it's to work out, maybe it's to do an activity on your bucket list, whatever that looks like. When you start taking better care of yourself throughout your day and you balance your time by telling it where it needs to go, that alone will reduce your stress, especially when you have the proper balance, because sometimes you can get your plate so loaded with good things, but that does not necessarily mean that they're serving you. So reevaluate your relationships, reevaluate your to-do list, draw the parameters and the boundaries where you need to, draw your line in the sand, and when that time for that, work is done, turn the work off, go do something you enjoy, and get plenty of rest. Even if you go to bed 5-10 minutes earlier, and wake up 5 to 10 minutes earlier to get that walk in the morning and get your lymphatic system going, that will greatly help you to be in a position to not only reduce your stress, but to reduce the likelihood that you have hunger cravings. And if you still continue to have those hunger cravings, if you do need to indulge, maybe making healthier choices in the types of foods that you're eating. So rather than going for the chips or the popcorn or the ice cream that has only empty calories, choosing an option more like maybe nuts, maybe a hard-boiled egg, maybe prepare those ahead of time. So some proper meal planning can help with that. Maybe planning ahead, especially if you're not going to be home much the next day. Slicing up some vegetables and sticking them in a reusable bag, or maybe even fresh fruit and sticking it in a bag, or just grabbing a banana or an apple and taking it with you, and being mindful even to carry a water bottle with you. Something that you can continue to reuse and continuously refill will also allow you to be more mindful about what your body is consuming, how, and the time of day that it's consuming it. I hope that you have found these tips helpful. Thank you for joining in, and until next time.